Arsenal 1, Brighton and Hove Albion 2, and Arsenal have gifted Spurs the gift of top 4 football. Because what have they done? At home to Brighton, in a fixture list where really they have to go to Chelsea away, Spurs away, United at home, West Ham away. You cannot afford to drop points at home to Brighton, and that's exactly what Arsenal have done. Not only did they not win, not only did they not draw, they lost the game. 0 points. It's unacceptable by all accounts. It was poor today, sluggish, no effort. Against a Brighton team, let's be honest, they're surviving this season. They're not going to get relegated. They had nothing really to play for. Yet they wanted to win more than you. How does that make any sense? You're playing against a team that does not need to win the football match. In terms of, obviously every team wants to win the football match. They don't need to win in terms, they're not fighting for any top 4 Europe. They're not fighting to stay in the Premiership. They're winning for the sake of winning. We have actually got ambitions to finish in the top 4 this season. Or at least that's what I think and the fans think. Maybe the players don't have that ambition. Because today was just unacceptable. It was sluggish. Yes, we've got Partey out. I understand that. He's a key player for us. I get it 100%. But come on, man. You can't expect to just have no dominance in midfield whatsoever. We lost the midfield battle. Yes, we had Kieran Tierney out, who's a starting left back for us. But you've still got someone, Xhaka, who in hindsight should have played in midfield. And I agree he should play in midfield. But he's an experienced player. He can still do a job at left back. We've seen him play left back before. This isn't his first time playing left back. He gets rinsed for the first goal. Mwepu, or whatever his name is, drills it across the goal and Trossard scores. But make no mistake about it, although that goal came in the middle of the first half, it's not like it came out of nowhere. It wasn't against run of play. Brighton had us on ropes. They had us on the ropes. They were a better team than us. Arsenal just couldn't assert themselves on the game. I mean, is it a case of too many cooks spoil the broth? Because we had, I want to say, 5 attacking players on that team to start. Martinelli, Lacazette, Odegaard, Smith Rowe and Sancar. Our 5 most attacking players were on the pitch. We looked less attacking threat. Do they all get in the way of each other? Are they just told to go out and do anything without no kind of instruction? Because we had attacking players, but we had no creativity about us. We did not create a clear-cut chance in the first half until the end of the first half. This is what I'm going to talk about, controversial side of VAR. We score through Martinelli, and make no mistake about it, I honest to God think that if we scored this goal to end the first half, we would have won this game. I honestly think that. Because the way football works with momentum, the best time to score is just before half time. And it was on the stroke half time. We score through Martinelli, but then he gets ruled out for offside. And when they draw the lines, honest to God, the angle they use is not even straight on. They use a slanted angle. Now, if the results are inconclusive, how can you conclusively go against the on-field decision? You can't. If results are inconclusive, you follow what was given on the pitch. I think that's an absolute farce, to be honest, the way that they cancelled that goal out. It took 5 minutes as well for VAR to get involved. But at that point, you've got to say, look, we've taken this long. If it's taken this long to come to a decision, surely that means it's so tight, the margins are so thin, that we might as well just follow what the on-field decision said. Like, come on, man. Like, am I losing the plot here thinking that? Am I losing the plot thinking if you are spending 7 or 8 minutes to decide whether to rule out a goal, just let it stand. If it's taken that long, that means surely you're looking for any type of detail to rule the goal out. And at that point, it's not even football. It's not even football at that point. At that point, it's maths. You're literally playing maths. If you're going into that depth to see if the goal's ruled out, spending 5-6 minutes, absolute farce. Now, that I think, it didn't cost us the game because there was still a second half to play. But I, honest to God, and I'd put money on it, say, if this game was 1-1 going into half-time, that Martinelli goal, Arsenal win this football match. Because we would have had all the momentum. But at the end of the day, it is what it is, man. Like, coming out in the second half, we didn't play any better. And we went 2-0 down, and deservedly so. One thing I want to touch on, though, the referee, man. Brighton's game plan, look, Brighton won, fair play to them. But their game plan was dirty. Dirty football club. As soon as Saka picked up the ball, they crunching tackled him every time. It was almost like, look, you can tackle him or you can foul him. I don't care. Just make sure he does not get past you. Martinelli, Saka, anytime those two players touched the football, they were brought down instantly. And the ref refused to dish out the yellows at first. Like, he should have brought out so many more yellow cards. That Cucurella guy should have got a yellow card way earlier. I don't think he even got a yellow card the whole game. He was fouling Saka left, right, centre. The Brighton players were very dirty. But at the end of the day, look, it came out of the victory, man, for them. And it's up to the referee. Look, it's not Brighton's fault. If they want to play like that, if they want to play dirty, look, they can. It's allowed in football. You're allowed to foul players in football. It's up to the referee then to give them yellow cards for that. Tell them not anymore. Punish them for it, because then they'll be forced not to do it. If the referee lets Brighton get away with those dirty fouls, they're going to keep doing it. It's not rocket science. That's another disappointing factor. We do manage to score through Odegaard, but by then it was too little too late. We had then had another chance at the death with Nketiah, but a great save by Sanchez. And it's just not good enough at the end of the day. And the thing is, right, against Crystal Palace on Monday when we lost, I said, look, I'm not going to get too angry because it can be a one-off game. We played well for most of the season and we've had a good run of form, winning a lot of games. It can be a one-off loss. It's fine. We just go again against Brighton on Saturday and we get the 3 points. But that didn't happen. We've now lost consecutive games. And that is the difference. And that is what's going to cost us Champions League football this season. Because any team can lose a one-off game. It happens. You lose one-off games. It is what it is. It's how you respond in the game after. And if you lose back-to-back games, that's what costs you. We happened back in the start of the season or middle of the season when we lost to Man United and Everton back-to-back. And that set us back another few games. And it took us a long run of form to get back into the position we are now. And now we've lost back-to-back games again. And it's going to take us another run of form to get back in the position again. It's now out of our hands. We are now relying on Tottenham to drop points. And you never want to be in a position when you're relying on another football club to drop points. But that is exactly the position Arsenal Football Club are in. I mean, leave your thoughts of the game in the comment section down below. As an Arsenal fan, Brighton fan, or a football neutral, I'd like to hear it. And if you like football reactions, especially I'm more passionate about Arsenal ones because it is my football club, make sure you subscribe on my road to 700 subscribers. I mean, where do we go? I'm going to get into the player ratings now for Arsenal. Just wasn't a good game. Aaron Ramsdale in goal. I'm going to give him a 5. I think first goal, he had no chance. Second goal, he got a palm to it, but he just pushed it into the corner. I mean, at the end of the day, like, it was more the defence than Ramsdale himself. But still, maybe I'm reaching, only giving him a 5. Maybe he deserves more, but at the end of the day, I'm just fuming. So he's getting a 5. Cedric, a right back, did nothing. Honestly, did absolutely nothing. I'll give him a 4. No defensive capabilities. Crossing the balls, horrible. 4. Ben White, nothing defensively again. I'll give him a 4. I mean, the defence today, man. 5 goals conceded in 2 games. After what, let's be honest, I think we've had a strong defence this season. Like, I'd say our defence has been better than our attack this season. Yet, 5 goals in 2 games to Crystal Palace and Brighton. Like, it's not like it's Liverpool and Man City, boys. It's Palace and Brighton. Conceding 5 goals, not good enough. Gabriel next to him, since he's had his haircut, he's just been horrible, man. Grow your hair out. Whoever sacked the barber, honestly, fire him. Never use that barber again that cut your hair, because I don't know what's happened to you. He cut his hair and Arsenal lost back-to-back games. Don't cut your hair again, Gabriel. Keep it as it was, man. Don't have that favela skinhead cut. Get rid of it, man. 4 as well. Xhaka got better when he moved into midfield. But at left back, he cost us for the first goal. I have to give him a 3. Lokonga grew in the game. First half, he was Casper the Ghost Anonymous. In the second half, he actually picked up the ball more and was the only one that was actually driving with the football. So I'll give him a 6 for his effort in the second half. Let's move on to the attacking players because, boy, did they have an off day. Saka, I'll give him a 6. Look, he tried. He got fouled every time he touched the ball, but just no end product whatsoever, man. There was a time when the ball fell to him at the edge of the box and he just blasted it miles over. Miles over the bar. But yeah, I'll give him a 6. Smith Rowe, not his great game. I'll give him a 5. The thing with Smith Rowe that annoys me, right, is sometimes it's good to be like composed, but he looks a bit casual in games like this. Like he's getting the ball, we're down. He's like dribbling with it with his low socks. Like he's basically just like having a nice time, like he's playing the kick up out of his mates in the park. Like, brother, we're 1-0 down, 2-0 down. Roll your sleeves up, pull your socks up, and start sprinting with the ball. Put some effort in. Don't just like jog around. I feel like he's moving at half pace sometimes. Like, it's okay at times like to drift with the ball, I get it. But sometimes he's just doing it carelessly, man. Like, we need a bit of energy, inject some energy into the match. Yeah, Smith Rowe not good enough. Odegaard, apart from his goal, he was also not good enough. He was too deep today. We need him further up the pitch, man, to impact the game more. Like, what kind of killer passes is he going to be playing from this halfway line? Like, I get it, he can be a box-to-box player, but that's not his game, man. That's not his game. We need Odegaard further up the pitch so he can impact the match. But yeah, he did score, so I'll give him a 6. It did deflect off Danny Welbeck, but yeah, it's mine. It's a consolation at the end of the day. Martinelli, one of our better players. He actually scored, ruled out offside though. I'll give Martinelli a 7. Came off as well, but he was actually providing a threat. Lacazette, 4. Nothing. No presence up front. Yet to score from open play. I think it's been 20 hours of Premier League football now. Not good enough by Alex Lacazette. And we need him, man. We need him to show some more effort and goals. Like, I'm fine having him as a backup striker, but he cannot be starting striker for Arsenal Football Club. And is January's business going to cost us now? The fact that we did not sign a centre forward. Because at the end of the day, man, our squad depth is very thin. Very, very thin. I mean, if we had Partey and Tierney today, we could have won this football match, yeah. But we've lost 2 players, and our team goes from like here to here. The drop-off is massive. And you shouldn't have a drop-off like that as Arsenal Football Club. You shouldn't lose 2 players and go from a Champions League side to a Europa Conference side. It should not be like that. So that means we need to address the squad depth in the summer now because we missed the opportunity in January. I mean, we're looking at Kulusevski in January. Decided not to go for him. Spurs snapped him up. He looks a brilliant player for them. Looks a great player. He's playing starting for them, in fact, not even a squad player. So, like, some of that January business, it might bite us in the butt. But at the end of the day, January business was not the reason we lost this football match. Anyone that tells you that, look, they're reaching. The reason we lost this football match is because we didn't give enough effort on the pitch. The 11 players for Arsenal versus the 11 players for Brighton, Arsenal had the better footballers on the pitch. We just didn't give enough effort. We were too sluggish, and it cost us. And it might have cost us Champions League football, as it's now Spurs' to lose. Yes, people, if you guys enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing on my road to 700 and drop a like down below so this video gets out to more people. I've been YFootball, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.